Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast. As we get ready, I think I opened the wrong link.
Yeah.
Now I feel so alone right now. Yes,
You are alone.
I am alone.
Who was
Bye.
that? Was it
That
Hero?
was Hiro Sashi. Folks, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast here on this Wednesday evening as we get ready to go here for the night. We have a couple things on our menu to discuss, but first off, we have people
Whoa.
named Saberspark and Toodles
Hi.
and Paleo
Hi.
and Saber. So we hope you're all ready for a good old time. Want to let everybody know that there's food posts. Oh God.
There's only a
I guess I'll
couple
just jump
this
right
time.
into those. What?
I think there's only a couple that I'm seeing right
That's
now.
okay. That's okay. Because ACRacebest says ACRacebest hates carrots.
Oh, is that true?
Let's see. Lunar is having a feast as the podcast is getting ready to go.
Yeah. Looks
I have
good.
no idea what it is though.
Like it's a lot of stuff.
It's stuff. And then wow, it must be like getting Chinese takeout today because Cadet Redshirt is having that delicious Chinese takeout yo. Nice. And then Alec Greer's menu consists of ACRacebest dipped in barbecue sauce, Toodles dipped in peanut butter and ketchup, Saberspark dipped in mustard and pig balls.
Gross.
You lucky. Well, Saber's lucky. And Paleo dipped in cocaine and chocolate cockroaches.
Why?
Which one are you?
Why do I get the worst one?
Well, you probably also got the most expensive one.
Oh, there's a couple more food posts that just popped up.
Yeah,
Jory's
Nora-
having a couple of...
Nora posted Cheerios.
Are those fried chicken sandwiches?
And yes, they look like they are.
And then Nora has Cheerios.
Yep. So, as how's everyone doing?
I'm doing good.
Fine.
Yeah.
Doing just fine. Can you all hear me all right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I was lagging for a bit. I'm doing excellent. How have your weeks been, guys?
Paleo, how have you been?
It's been pretty good. Did some videos and junk.
Yeah, you're catching up with your stuff, man.
Yeah. I still need to do videos for Storks and Magnificent 7.
The Magnificent
And-
Storks.
Magnificent Storks. Yeah.
I'm
And,
actually. That's something we're gonna have to talk about tonight.
Yeah. And oh yeah, I also saw Deepwater Horizon, which was pretty good.
Yeah, was that any good? What was
Yeah,
it?
I enjoyed it.
I heard it when I was taking a piss last night.
What?
I was like, what movie is that? Because we went to the movies last night, and there was one that was literally making the urinal shake, and I thought at
Wow.
first the pipes were about to burst, and then I realized
You're in the movie.
I'm in the movie. Deepwater Horizon is about a urinal breaking off the wall. It's
That's what caused the oil spill.
oh, that was something.
You see
else.
a penguin sliding on the bathroom floor.
And then we just transitioned into every single movie. Sarah, how's your week been?
Good. A bit busy. I just started my new job. I put in about 4 hours today.
So what are you doing?
So, for anybody that didn't hear, I think I announced this on my live stream for my Patreon. I got a new job. My senior projects professor at school has hired me to do a couple of illustrative things like thank you cards and some posters for the school. And he's pretty much giving me free reign, so I can do pretty much whatever the fuck I want. So yeah,
Welcome to YouTube.
Congratulations.
thank you.
Yeah, so that's cool. And then it's funny. I had a cousin's wedding.
Yeah.
That I went to this
We
past
went to.
weekend. That we went to, Sarah and I went, and it's funny because it's the first time that my cousin or her family ever got to meet Sarah, because whenever we go to these family gatherings, they kept managing to leave right before we would get there, or Sarah would get there.
Yeah.
So at one point around Easter, when they were letting me know when the wedding was going to be, they're like, by the way, Sarah better be there or she does not exist. I was like, shit. So I told Sarah, you got to be there or you're not going to be among the living. And yeah, so they got to finally meet Sarah. She got to meet my cousin who got married. I, of course, played videographer during the ceremony. And yeah, it was a nice wedding. A very strange break, because typically I'm at a racetrack February through December, and somehow my cousin back in Easter, when I committed to this wedding that would be in October, which is just starting to get into our busy season, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna miss something big. But you're my closest cousin in age and one of my closest cousins, and I'll be there. And she managed to choose the one weekend that there was literally nothing going on for us racing wise. Tommy was at home, and I was like, my cousin loves me. So yeah, that's me.
By the way, when's Tommy getting married? Has there been a date announced for that?
No date yet. I'm actually really excited about Tommy's wedding, because I think they're gonna get really creative as far as, you know, like you always hear about like the really expensive weddings. I think they're gonna get pretty creative with how they can cut costs down, and I just can't wait to just see how it all comes together. But no
Really
date.
Smart guy.
He's very resourceful, very resourceful.
He seems very smart and clever.
Yeah. See, it's kind of funny, Saber, because I know that your best friend Scott, he's gotten married.
Yeah.
And you got to be the best man at his wedding. So
I wish.
Wait, were you not?
No, I was.
Oh God, how awkward! I'm sorry. The only reason I was assuming, because I remember I thought you gave.
No,
a speech
I'm playing with. I did. His brother was the best man, which makes sense.
Oh, okay.
I was
so you were up
groomsman,
by a
though.
family member. That almost doesn't count.
That piece of garbage.
sorry. I remember, but didn't you give a speech at the wedding?
I did.
Okay, see, that's why, because like at this wedding, they only let the best people give a speech. So I kind of figured like, oh yeah, you must have. But still, yeah. So I'm gonna go through that. I'm probably gonna cry. Did you cry at Scott's wedding?
I got choked up a bit during the speech.
I'm gonna bawl. I know it's gonna happen.
Soccer.
I'm just gonna kick some through the cake. I'll just kick the cake. Oh, so do you guys want a quick little very awkward story from the wedding?
What's that?
Yes.
Okay, so I made a terrible mistake.
What's that?
I managed to. So this is a family we usually see once a year, and sometimes we don't even get to see them once a year. And I saw my aunt, the aunt whose daughter is getting married, and I walked up to her and I gave her a big hug, and I'm like, wow, she's all dolled up and she cut her hair short, and yeah, she's got the makeup on, so she looks different. And I was like, man, she looks like older. So I wonder if like this wedding's just really aged her. Like in my head, I'm just thinking this stuff like, and I walk up and I just give her this big old hug. No entrance, just hug. And the lady just kind of...
The lady. All right, here we go.
The lady just kind of nods with it and is like, oh, hi. And I was like, hey, so excited. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm kind of noticing, like, she's kind of looking over the people she was talking to, like, kind of like, huh. And so I just kind of walk off, and I'm like, that'd be funny if it wasn't my aunt. It wasn't my aunt. And I'm so happy that I didn't say, Aunt Patty, hey. Now, so it got worse, because then I finally realized this, and I'm like, oh, please let it be the wrong lady so I can tell the story during the Semi-Perfect podcast. Lo and behold, it was the wrong lady. And I'm like, sweet, I got a story now because I'm an idiot. And then I want to tell other people. So my Aunt Patty shows up, and I'm like, hey, so this funny thing happened. I thought you were your sister, because it was her sister that I mistaked her as. And she's like, oh, Carla? And I'm like, yeah, probably. And she's like, oh, Carla, guess what? And she turns to a lady I've never seen before in my life. And I'm like, wait, no, wrong one. I just kept digging my hole there. So
She has two sisters.
Yeah, and this one didn't look a thing like her. And I was like, oh my god. And my cousin Zach is just sitting there laughing his ass off at me. But yeah, it was good. So yeah. And Saber, I know you're really busy right now with a bunch of videos. What do you got cooking?
In the middle of this, it looks like it'll be October 21st. I got a Cartoon Network video on the horizon, amongst some other things. And also, I got a loot crate in the mail today that I'm going to be bringing with me tomorrow because I'm heading out of town for a wedding. And I'll be staying tomorrow night at my girlfriend's house, and we're going to film the unboxing there, which will be a lot of fun. And I'm jealous. Paleo, he's also getting a loot crates, but he's doing anime. And I thought, I'm not the biggest fan of anime except for One Punch Man. And what are the chances? Oh my fucking god! You guys.
Yeah, like the theme for this month was demi-human, and one of the one of the shows that they're featuring in this crate is One Punch Man. So
a fucking course, you know. And then to make matters worse, my gaming crate is like, hope you like Gears of War. And it's like, no!
Yeah, because like before there were other gaming crates that had like Warcraft and Zelda stuff, and like it just happens that you get the crate that like none of it you're interested in.
Literally, right? I'm not surprised. Like, of course, the worst and the best of options, and you ended up with oops.
I already told Paleo, I said, Paleo, whatever it is, I will buy. Whatever it is, I want it. It can be a One Punch Man dildo. I don't give a fuck. I want it.
I see, but why do you put exception to the dildo? If anything, I'd figure you would want that more than anything else.
That's why I'm putting a higher price on it.
Gotcha. Now, do they just have it for like, is it like anime or gaming, or do they have other options?
They also have like the regular loot crate, which is just like general geeky stuff. They've added a lot more different crates that you can get. Like there's one that's like specifically like Marvel stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm wondering like what other ones they're going to do.
Interesting, because I was just gonna say I had
go for it.
So I but free stuff is below me.
Yeah. Dude, it's really cool. I mean, I'm really happy with it, despite not being a big Gears of War fan. That's what I'm assuming it's going to be. But I think Paley and I both have one more to come as well. Like you get too, and it's kind of like, you know what? It's if anything, you get some free stuff. Even if you don't make much money off of it, you still got a free box. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, why not? I just want to point this out real quick. Kira, one of our viewers, she's also the one who put together those really awesome pony figurines.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen mine because I haven't seen my parents. Since this
I'm
weekend.
going. Did she send? I think she sent it out. I need to go by my PO box and pick mine up.
Yes. Well, apparently she got to be one with the pony because I guess her horse bit her leg.
Oh.
And so her dinner was antibiotics.
Yeah.
Oh, poor gal.
She posted a picture of her bite.
Yeah. I hate horse spices. I can't look at it.
There's literally a chunk of her leg missing. It looks like you can see the bone.
It doesn't look that bad from the picture. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more desensitized. I don't know.
That's her head, Sarah. That's her head.
Ever since the war.
No, I mean, my mom was a nurse.
So I guess one thing that we can discuss, because I think everyone here has seen it, is a certain movie that's come out.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen
Godzilla Resurgence.
Yeah, and I thought it was really Japanese.
I haven't seen Godzilla Resurgence yet.
Well,
what do y'all think of it?
It's very, very limited. Unfortunately. Like the last wide release like Godzilla movie that came out was like Godzilla 2000, and that was literally decades ago.
I like how we're going down this path, but funny enough, Equestria Girls came out on Saturday on Netflix, and it's no surprise here. There is a bronies react that has begun. I refer to it as lighting the beacons. I was literally contacting everyone this weekend, and I feel like I'm waiting for that flame to pop up to see response, and I'm excited about this one. I already know of one confirmed new face that's going to be in it, and it should see what people think. So
I'm excited for it because I watched it already, and I don't want to get too far in explaining because save it for the react.
Yeah,
but overall, Sunset is still best character.
Yep.
Yeah.
She continues to get better. It's like, thank you for being here, Sunset. Like, we want you in the actual show, but you need to, like, not let this sink into horse shit. And just out of curiosity, unless you guys want to save it for the... I know, Paleo, I think you already put out a video in regards, but what did you think of it overall?
I thought, to be honest, I think it's the second best Equestria Girls. I'll probably have to watch it again just to confirm it. But so far, the one I've liked the least has been the first one.
I agree.
Yeah. And oddly enough, it's because of Sunset in the first one. She was better in all the other ones.
Much better.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're saying the first one was the worst?
Yes.
Yeah.
I could see that. It was... I went back and actually watched the bronies react to the first Equestria Girls, and I was like, man, there were some moments that were just like, what's going on? But yeah, no, I'm excited. I can't wait for you guys to see what my Halloween costume was. That should be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
It's a
And then
surprise.
Sarah dressed up too.
Yeah.
She
I'll leave
because
that
she
one
kept
as a
interrupting
surprise.
me. She kept interrupting me. Jerk. But yeah, so yeah, I found it to be interesting. I think it's been getting less frustrating because at this point I have my standards where they should be for the Equestria Girls movies. so yeah. But yeah, obviously, I'll keep you guys updated as far as how the react's going. Right now, since I've just sent out, the beacon, so to speak. Hopefully, I can get everything going well. I'm excited.
I look forward to it. It should be a fun one.
It should be fun. I've already heard, I think, of 4 people's costume ideas that they're going to go with, and I think like at least 3 of those 4 made me go, oh my god. so it should be interesting. Should be fun though. And yeah, and then we'll probably get to there was a new episode this weekend, but we'll probably get to that a little bit later on.
Yeah.
God, there was something I wanted to talk. Oh, okay. Debate time. Saber,
Yeah.
have you seen Storks?
No, but I've heard a lot from Paleo and Jim, and I saw your Twitter yesterday saying you liked it.
Okay, so
go on. You and Paleo have an interesting conversation.
Paleo, I'm curious here. What did you think of Storks?
I thought it was alright.
Just
Like,
all right. This is the company that made your favorite movie of all time.
I know, but it didn't have the same directors.
Okay, that's like me with Moana. I'm sitting here going, bring it, okay. But they don't have the same director. Okay, so
yeah,
but,
it's
like,
the thing is, like, the company that makes like Warner Animation Group, it's not exactly the same studio. It's weird because the Lego movies are being made like with this Australian studio. It's strange. Like the there was a Lego short before this movie. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. That's neat. But the movie itself, like, I chuckled at a few things, but overall, I just thought it was all right. Like, I didn't think it was like amazing or anything.
What worked for you and what didn't work?
What worked for me is that there were some like adult jokes as far as like parenting and stuff goes that I got a chuckle out of, and like I heard like a lot of the audience members laughing at it too. So stuff like that,
What didn't work?
and um, I don't know. As far as like, I guess I'd say it's felt a little too fast as far as the beginning with especially with Tulip and the main Stork Junior. It felt a little too fast as far as like how their characters interacted with each other and how like soon they came to a conflict.
So, you know how I felt about Secret Life of Pets,
Right,
and you said I was probably being a little bit harsh on that movie.
right.
Storks came around, and Sarah and I were hearing. Funny enough, we had some friends who said, "Oh, the movie was great. It was just like Secret Life of Pets." To which Sarah and I went, "All right." So I kind of had to like, I saw an opportunity for us to see it last night, and I'm like, Sarah, what do you think? And she's like, okay. And so we decided to go and
That was
and
a pretty good impersonation, by the way.
Thank you. And we decided to go see Storks, and I take my feelings with Secret Life of Pets and flip it upside down. I was actually really pleased with Storks. I thought it was hilarious. There were moments that got me laughing out loud. Now, granted, there were other people in our theater, and I felt like there were a number of times that I was like the only one laughing, and I didn't give a shit. I was just like, no! I was that guy that you always hear like in the playback of comedy skits that always has this, and I don't know, the humor really worked for me in this movie. I loved, like, there were a lot of like kind of fourth wall type jokes. Like one that got me really good was I guess slight spoiler alert for a joke that's going to be in it, but basically one of the Storks, he leaves this room and he doesn't have anything on. He's, a bird. I'm not wearing anything. And the next shot of him, he's in a suit. And the character that's with him just kind of has this, oh, you're in a suit now. Like it was completely calling out the lack of continuity. And it was like, I was like, that's brilliant. I love it. And a lot of the humor worked for me. I wasn't sure. Like I read where some people were saying if you get the humor in Lego Movie, you'll get it'll work for you. But I've heard that Storks is very hit or miss with people. And I saw it kind of like, I think there were people who just didn't get the humor. But I think
I'm so sorry. Keep talking. Someone's knocking on my door. I'll be right back.
Okay.
We never saw him again. But yeah, no, I thought it was hilarious, and I'm trying to think back to like all the animations I've seen, but this one might have, I think, made the top 3 for the year.
Really?
Yeah. So I like I said, I'm still trying to think about there were a lot of animations this year. So
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was surprised pleasantly because unlike where Secret Life of Pets, way back when the teaser came out and I said, we got to see that movie, and I basically regretted it. Storks, I kind of had a similar, and granted, you have to understand, I saw the teaser for Storks 27 times in theaters.
Yeah.
It played before every Zootopia showing I saw. So I had gotten to really get to know. And it was Sarah and I talked about this. I think the trailer didn't do that movie any favors. Like the actual trailers.
It didn't.
Because they confused the hell out of me.
Reminds me. That reminds me. There was another thing that I didn't really like about the movie is that the pigeon character, he wasn't needed at all.
Yeah.
He was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I enjoyed some of like the things they did with him. That being said, if you guys have seen the trailer, there's this pigeon character that literally shows up out of nowhere in the trailer.
Yeah.
And the scene that they use in the trailer literally shows up out of nowhere in the movie. Like, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, this is what bothered me in the trailer, because I'm like, what's going on? Why is there this thing happening? Why is he doing this thing? And then he shows up in the movie and he's doing it, and the whole scene, I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm talking about? Like when they end up in the spa, and there's the like yak or whatever it is. I'm just like, where did this come from?
Yeah, it's him interviewing all the characters, trying to find out where Tulip
But
and
it's
Junior
so
are.
sudden and it
Yeah.
ends too quick for it to make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I compare that to that scene in Secret Life of Pets when they're eating the sausages, and I just went, "What the hell just happened?" But yeah. So yeah. I like I said, I've heard some people, and I know that I'm feeling that Sarah and I might be on the minority side with
Yeah.
how we felt about Storks. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was surprised, and I always get excited when I enjoy movies right now because I'm like, okay, good. I'm not just biased towards
Yeah.
Zootopia, and I can't see the good.
That reminds me. Have you seen Magnificent Seven?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, you have.
we liked
What'd
it.
you think?
Yes.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another movie I enjoyed. I like action movies with humor in them.
Yeah.
I enjoy those. What did you think of it?
I really liked it. Like like everybody performed really well, and also it was one of the last movies that James Horner did a score for.
Mhm.
It is.
Yeah,
I think it might be the last movie.
Yeah. And the score is really great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
You know, I actually was. I admit I was getting kind of emotional, like because I didn't realize James did the music for this movie, because you know he at this point he's died a while ago.
yeah.
And when his name popped out, music by James Horner, and then there was the other guy who probably finished the soundtrack. I was like, oh damn. And you know, like for those that don't know that are watching the podcast, James Horner is a guy you might not realize how much of your childhood had James Horner in it. Like he
Yeah.
did a lot of the Don Bluth films. Back in the day, and I love his soundtracks that range from An American Tale, Land Before Time. He did Titanic. Like he did a lot of
Titanic and Avatar. He did Aliens.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hey, what's his name?
Aliens, Braveheart.
He worked very closely with James Cameron.
Yeah.
So that's where a lot of those movies popped up. And yeah, I'm just like, no, because I have a lot of James Horner music on my iPod, and I love, even though it's funny because he also did Balto. What's funny about his music is that if you listen to other soundtracks of his, you'll pick up on things from other movies.
Mhm.
But that to me, I get excited about that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's that thing I like from the other movie, and now it sounds like this here. So yeah, no, James Horner, man. Rest in peace.
I think the movie really captured like the feeling of old classic westerns, like because I recently watched a bunch of westerns last year, including like the Dollars trilogy and all like Sergio Leone stuff, and like it captures that tension when they first arrive at the town,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's that music that builds up when you like know something's about to happen. It's great. So I recommend it.
Yeah, no, it was a fun. Now, what did you think of? How do you think Mr. Jurassic World and I Fight Aliens in Space did?
Like I like Chris Pratt. Like
Yeah.
he's probably my favorite big actor doing stuff right now.
I see a lot
So.
of debates happening around Chris Pratt right now that are basically, is he a draw, a box office draw at this point? And
Yeah.
it's funny because a lot of people were like, oh, the movie's doing pretty good, so obviously he is. And then everyone's like, well, yeah, but Denzel's in the movie and he actually is a box office draw, so this doesn't count. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But
the thing is, like, he has a movie coming out this December with Jennifer Lawrence, Passengers.
yeah, you know,
Yeah,
up until I'll be honest, up until I saw the trailer, which was before Magnificent Seven, I honestly thought Passengers was going to be some like chick flick, so I never even looked into it. And I was like, this is not quite a chick flick.
Yeah, it's sort of a sci-fi thing. Like I kept up for it for a while because I was like, this sounds like an interesting plot. I'll go see it.
It reminds me like if you had gravity with a bus full of sleeping people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god. But yeah, no, that looks. Sarah, are you gonna see Passengers?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, no, I was.
Jennifer Lawrence. That's those are a couple of my favorite actors right now.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed. I did enjoy that Magnificent Seven movie. Like you said, I thought it's weird because westerns don't do that well in the box office typically, and and I think this one's doing like decent for a western, but it's just to me it's kind of surprising because to me it's just an old time action movie, and I like the setting. I thought, yeah, it worked for me. That movie worked for me. And funny story, when we saw Magnificent Seven, we also then were going to check out Storks. And the last time we checked out a movie after seeing a movie was Pete's Dragon, and no one was in our theater, and the movie got shut off halfway through. Well, with Storks, the movie was about to start, and we went, there's no one here. We should just leave. So we did. But I am very glad that we ended up seeing that movie. We also saw Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar.
I haven't seen that yet. I was going to see that this week.
I'll be curious to hear what you have to say about it. I won't give any spoilers. But Sarah, overall, what did you think of that movie?
It was okay.
It's a Tim Burton movie. It definitely has moments where you go, oh yeah, this is a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
But I think the one thing that everyone basically, at least Sarah, came away with is that, Sarah, if you were going to retitle this movie, what would it be called?
Slendermans.
But yeah,
you see it in the trailer, but there's a monster. That looks exactly like Slenderman. I'm like, oh, Tim, you really secretly wanted to do a Slenderman movie, didn't you?
I don't want to mess with anyone's judgment of the movie, including yours, Paleo. But I will say if there was one assessment of it I had, it's that I felt like the first half of the movie was really strong, and the second half got really convoluted, like really just complicated and whoa. So, but you'll see. Though I will say, do you know who's in that movie?
I know. I don't know any of the child actors at all. Like,
do you know any of the adults?
But I do know Samuel L. Jackson's in it.
Okay, Samuel L. Jackson's character has a couple moments that I don't know if they were intended to be as they were recepted by me, but there was one that I just started laughing my ass off at. And maybe on the next podcast I'll get into detail.
I'll keep an eye out for that.
I think you'll like when you see it, unless you're like in a different mindset. Maybe I was just so happy with how much I enjoyed Storks that there was a Cloud9 moment. But yeah, I'll be curious to hear what you have to say. And for anyone that doesn't know, Paleo, you guys know, but Paleo has his channel where he puts up a bunch of movie reviews, and you've passed the 30K mark, right, in subs?
Not yet. I'm hoping that'll be this month before Ciderfest.
So let me guess, you're at like 29.5.
No, I'm at 29.1 something right now.
Oh really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's been fluctuating lately because I haven't been really catching up on stuff.
Yeah.
But I should be caught up this month because there's a lot of stuff I have done this week. So.
Sweet. Yeah. No, that's like me with the 100K mark. I always joke that that's a mark that will forever evade.
Welcome to the semi-perfect.
I've been at 99,000 subscribers for I think I've been at 99,000
for 5 years.
It's been at least one, I think, because I'm watching stuff from last year, from like Ciderfest, and I'm like, yep, just 1,000 to go, and I'm like, oh, if only you knew.
Sorry, guys. On the Semi-Perfect podcast, you're gonna hear Panama Matt for a quick second because I accidentally clicked on a video. Yeah, he said, "Welcome to the Semi-Perfect podcast," and I'm like, "Whoops, oops, whoops."
Well, way to go.
I was trying to help somebody out by linking to our YouTube channel.
By the way, a little update. Kira sent a tweet in response to her horse bite, and she said, "No worries, I'm okay. It's nothing bad at all. Just a bit of a graze. They're gonna have to cut the leg off."
All right, so shall we talk about MLP?
Yeah, there was a new episode.
There's 2 episodes we need to talk about.
Oh God, I
Because
always
we're
forget that
bi-weekly.
Yeah, have you seen both of them, Paleo?
Yeah.
Good man. So you're gonna have to once again remind me what the first one was.
Okay, it's
What
titled
were they
Every
about?
Little Thing She Does, which the title does not make any sense at all to me.
It's
when Sunset
it's a
Shimmer,
reference to a police song.
or no, Starlight Glimmer, does magic on her friends because she thinks that's gonna
Oh, that's
help
right.
her
yeah,
become better
this is-
friends.
This is where I kind of just nodded at the TV and went, "See, once a bitch, always a bitch." Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah.
What did you guys think?
Yeah. I was just amused because the title of the episode is like a police song.
Oh, really?
Every little thing she does is a magic.
Oh, it's a police. Oh, I was like, what does that have to do with like?
I guess they're really strong with
The police
puns
department.
and the references for their titles this season.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm back.
You know, it was a decent episode. I kind of.
Hi, Saber.
Hey.
Hi, Saber. We're talking about last week's episode, the one where Starlight Glimmer. I don't know if you saw it. Starlight Glimmer uses magic on the main.
On everybody to treat
To make them do. She uses mind control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a priest.
a priest.
You're
You're such an atheist.
What?
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 What? What about Hearthstone?
So was I. But
None
yeah,
of this makes any sense.
no, the I don't know. This episode just made me feel validated and still not liking Starlight Glimmer.
No one likes her.
There's one shining light in that episode that like really sticks out, and it's Rainbow Dash going like, "Well, here's some advice for you. Don't use magic on your friends." She just like screams
she
it, and I'm
says
like,
that?
"Thank you, Rainbow Dash."
That's pretty.
Yeah.
good.
Everybody was so fucking pissed at Starlight Glimmer, and I loved that Rainbow Dash kind of yelled at it. And I'm like, good.
Now I know
Shit
that.
he deserves.
But before we move on here, I know that Saber is a super busy dude, and he's got some videos and whatnot to work on, and a wedding coming up this weekend. So, Saber, are you gonna?
I gotta step away for the night. There's also some folks who just arrived here at my house, and there's a lot going on.
Okay.
And,
Tell them to leave or join.
It was a party happening, and I didn't realize it.
Oh.
Not that I'm gonna join, but I'm gonna go down there and just see what's up, and then I gotta get some sleep here for tomorrow morning for work.
Okay.
But no, I'm sorry I couldn't stay longer, guys. I'll be back for the next one. The next one's gonna be on the 19th, right? Yeah. God, this-
believe so, yes.
Yes.
Months
19th.
gone by. Sweet. All right. And keep up to date, guys, on the Twitter. And props to Sarah for doing an excellent job of maintaining it. You've done a good job, Sarah.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right,
have a good
Saber, you
night.
take care.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
And just a reminder for everybody, the next episode of the Semi Perfect Podcast is also going to be 2 previews that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be previewing the Ponyville Cider Fest convention
Woo.
that Paleo, Saber, and myself are going to be going out to. And we will also be previewing Halloween.
Yay.
Yeah.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down my spine. Okay. So the next episode.
I just remembered
Yeah.
that I released my Mumbles video, but we could talk about that later.
Okay.
Because I'm excited because I released it. That the end.
Okay. Let's get through the pony and then we'll do that. All right.
Okay.
So next episode was Pony Point of View.
Yeah.
Which had all of the characters like
PPOV.
mad at each other and not communicating.
Everybody's a bitch.
Yeah.
I was actually glad that they spared
miscommunication is probably one of the most frustrating things to watch, or just in general.
Yeah, it was a very frustrating episode.
Yeah.
It is, but I don't know. I always kind of enjoy episodes that do this in any show where you have like the 3 stories.
Yeah.
And people explain it. Though I will say it was basically hearing their 3 stories I enjoyed, but then it was seeing how like Twilight's way of solving everything. Like, oh well, obviously this is happening, and I was just like, shut up.
Yeah, that was like that felt like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It did. I was like, what do you mean you know what? Just stop. No.
It's kind of like reading a murder mystery book, and like the murderer is somebody you never even like encountered throughout like reading the book, and you're like, what the fuck?
You're trying to figure out who it is, and then literally some guy named Jerry shows up, and it's like, this is the guy. Oh,
Yeah. It's
what?
frustrating.
What?
It's stupid.
Yeah, so it was because I really wanted to know who screwed up the most. For the record, did it make any sense to you guys? Like, this is me maybe just not paying attention enough, I guess. But did it make sense to you guys, their whole proclamation of... Because Spike, I thought it was a key moment where Spike was like, how did you guys get back?
They didn't.
And I thought that was going to like... But did they not?
No, they didn't leave. They were
then
like
why
beside the dock.
Then why did, in Twilight's explanation of what happened, they had to like go out to the middle of the ocean?
No, they didn't. They were still by the docks.
See, I obviously missed something important.
Yeah, they were still by the docks.
Well, there you go. But yeah, no, I was just cracking up at that. But yeah, kind of like paleo reference too. It's like, what the hell?
Apparently, everybody really likes Captain AJ.
Yeah, Pirate
I'm seeing
AJ.
a lot of comments about her. And...
Now, for each of you, I'm curious, whose story did you trust the most?
Applejack's. But I already, well, I mean, in the context of this episode, I already knew her story was probably going to be kind of full of shit too. But
Yeah.
I love that I can't remember if it was Pinky's version or Applejack's version of Rarity that kept saying darling over and over again.
I think it was Applejack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, no, but the yeah, I had fun with this episode, but like I said, there were still moments where I went, here. I don't know who wrote it. Do we know? Do we care?
I can look it up. Let's see. 1 second.
You look it up. Just a reminder for everybody, we're going to be doing some Q&A here in a bit. So if you want to submit your questions, Sarah, I don't know, do you have any of the information for like the Tumblr?
No.
Because I think so just send them to
Twitter.
I don't know.
Twitter.
Just send your questions on Twitter. I don't know about the Tumblr thing, nor do I really care to browse another website in order to find stuff.
Wow, Sarah. Thanks.
Okay,
Did you
let's
find
see.
who?
And
was there anything else? I always feel like I have so many stories, and then I get here and I forget to tell all of them.
I think you got them all. We talked about Equestria Girls, right? Briefly, though.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk more about Equestria Girls?
No, I think
Okay.
we
Pony
touched
Point
it.
of View is written by Denny Liu and Tim Stubby, and they've done the last.
I thought they were
Like-
directing it.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was on the wrong column.
Paleo sitting back here like, I know who wrote it. I'm just not gonna say. No, that's the
Wrong
director.
column. Okay. Oh wow. A lot of people wrote this. Kevin Burke, Michael P. Fox, Will Fox, and Chris Doc Wyatt.
4 people
Yeah.
wrote that episode.
Yeah.
I hope what they did was they literally said, "Here's the basis," and each person wrote.
Yeah. Maybe
For
that's
that
what they
character.
did. Just do a really caricaturized version of all the characters except for this character. But yeah. So that was the Pony Point of View. It was an okay episode.
Yeah.
So are we getting
Is there
to
a new
Q&A
one this
now,
weekend? Yeah, we could jump into it.
Yeah, there's a new one this weekend, and then there's only 3 more episodes after that until the season ends. And apparently, they just confirmed that season 7 is on. Woo-hoo.
For My Little Pony.
Yeah. I think
The
the announcement was made
roller
today.
coaster never ends.
This
Really?
is the show that never ends.
I actually did not know that. I feel like that's.
I think it was
Well,
announced
there you
today.
go.
Officially.
Well, there you go. So congratulations, MLP, on getting the 7th season.
Woohoo.
Was it this past episode that was Sibsy's last?
It was, yes, the every little thing she does.
So Sibsy is officially, her work is officially done in the show.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's see here. I'm gonna start going through questions here, unless there's anything else you guys wanted to discuss.
I didn't know if y'all wanted to discuss Cartoon Network and its goings on currently of canceling 3 of its.
Do you want to save that
Yeah.
for next week?
Sure. Let's do it.
Or
We
2
can-
weeks?
Yeah.
Because I could see Saber wanting to
Yeah.
chime in
Yeah,
on
because
that.
that's part of what he's doing for that video.
Oh no! You know what? Then screw him. Yeah, Cartoon Network. Let's see here. I'm gonna go through some questions. You guys go ahead and submit them. We'll probably do this for the next about, I'd say, 20 minutes. Oziel says, "What is your guilty pleasure TV or movie?"
Well, movies, guilty pleasure is the Tinkerbell movies. What was the other thing?
Well, guilty pleasure TV or movie.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
I know I've answered guilty pleasure movies before.
Yeah.
I think I also
think
Tinkerbell, and I also like the Final Destination movies.
it's
Yeah.
funny. I hate those type of movies, but I love watching those movies because I'm always so interested to see how.
How they're gonna die?
Yeah, that's like the whole point of the movie.
Yeah.
But man, is it me or do those movies get dumber and dumber as like? for
Yeah, they
each
do.
time?
They get really, really dumb.
Like I like how there was one that started at a racetrack, and I just watched this wreck, and as someone who's been at a racetrack like his whole life, I'm just sitting here going, yeah, I've never seen a wreck that took 45 minutes to finish. Like, come on. Anyways, but yeah, I think I once said my guilty pleasure movie was A Troll in Central Park.
Oh wow.
And but that was as a kid. I haven't seen that movie in 15 years. So, but we used to watch that movie a lot. I don't know why, but we did. I'd say actually my guilty pleasure movies would probably also be all the Ernest movies.
Yeah.
Ozzy also asked, "Are there any more guests on this podcast?" Not today.
Not today.
And then he also mentioned MLP Season 7 coming out. So that'll be interesting. Good for the show. I guess that's another sign of the fandom's not dying yet. No. But, yeah, I know as a
There was
convention
also
season...
a question from him that I think a lot of people were asking is thoughts on Lion King and Mulan being live action movies.
Oh my god, I forgot that both of those... Were those both announced this week?
Yeah, Mulan was announced I think yesterday for 2018.
That's what I thought.
We
Did we already know they were making it?
I think so, but I don't think
It
they
was in the
confirmed when it
talks.
was coming out.
yeah.
Okay, so basically it didn't have a date, so it technically wasn't happening yet.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's like my Chip and Dale
So-
Rescue Ranger movie that I'm so excited about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because next year is Beauty and the Beast, and then I guess Mulan will be the one for 2018.
This is another topic that I'm curious to hear what Saber has to say because I'm pretty sure Saber
he
made a
predicted
direct
it.
joke. He called it after the Jungle Book. He was like, "Oh, now what are they gonna do next? Lion King?" Well,
And I was like, oh, come on, Saber. They're not going to do that. And now Disney's gone and just proven me wrong and made a fool out of me. And I'm just like, God damn it. God damn it.
The thing is, if they're gonna do it like Jungle Book, it's just gonna be a CG animated movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that doesn't make it live action.
Yeah, I
What
don't
the
know.
hell?
It's weird. But I am kind of excited about Mulan though.
Yeah, like,
I think that one
out of
would
all
get
the...
good.
Yeah, out of all the, like, Renaissance movies, that's the one that I can see, like, working as a live action movie the most.
Yeah,
What one?
Mulan.
Mulan.
It's one of those things though. It has to be, in my eyes, it has to be a PG-13.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got like war sequences and everything. Like, I envision like a Pirates of the Caribbean-esque type movie with Mulan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But,
I
It's the only way I see it working.
I was watching one of Andre Meadows. Wait, who's that?
I asked Hirosashi to join for a reason.
Oh, okay. So, I watched one of Andre Meadows' videos when he found out about the news about Mulan. He said that, like, if they can't make that sequence where they're all on the snow hill and then all the Huns like come across the snow hill and there's like this big army. Like, if they can't do that in live action, then what is the point?
Well,
Because like that sequence is so awesome.
yeah, you would hope that it's literally going to be something where they're gonna. I mean, I'm excited to see what they do with it because that's going to be that's a pretty intense movie.
Yeah.
Now the reason that I asked Hirosashi, you there, Hiro?
Yeah, what's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, Hirosashi in the house. Hiro, you have to be the biggest Lion King fan that I know.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
I gotta ask.
Uh-oh.
What was your response or your reaction when you found out that Disney is making a live action Lion King?
Quote unquote.
Live action, quote unquote. Oh gosh. See, I don't know any of y'all's opinions, so this is gonna be interesting. I actually am not too upset. I think it'll be interesting.
Are you excited?
I wouldn't say excited is the word.
Mm-hmm.
I may become more excited as the time like nears, but as of right now, I'm kind of like, all right, because I saw the Jungle Book and I didn't really dislike it as much as I thought I was going to.
Mhm.
So, I think it'll be fine. Honestly, I'm not thinking it's gonna be a giant sack of garbage or anything like that.
So they've won you over with the Jungle Book, so you at least feel like what if Jungle Book hadn't come out and you found out they were gonna make a live action Lion King?
I mean, it really doesn't matter what it is until I actually see it. If it's Lion King, I'm like, please, please be good. So I'm always a little bit excited when there's a new Lion King anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Like
yeah,
Lion King 1.5.
Or a Lion Guard.
I'm gonna leave now.
Okay.
Well, you're fine too. I just wanted to hear if that was something you were actually excited about or worried about, because, like I said, I think you're the
Not
biggest
worried.
Lion King fan I have.
Right, I'm not worried by any means. I mean, if it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. But I'm interested. Let's use that word.
Okay. So Hirosashi, interested.
Yeah.
All right, Hiro. You're free to hang out, or if you were doing whatever, you can go back to it. But
Alrighty, I'll probably pop out for a little bit. But
Okay.
all
have
right,
fun.
that's Hirosashi, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard it here first.
Oh goodness.
Yay! Speaking of stuff coming out with movies and whatnot, I'm very excited about tomorrow
What is that?
because tomorrow is the date that I'm supposed to have something come in the mail.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a graphic
Might-
novel for Zootopia,
Yes.
and it's on its way to our house.
Yes. I'm very excited about this. So yeah. I've been waiting. It's actually I remember when I purchased it and I'm like, man, that's months away, and now I'm like, oh, it's tomorrow. Time flies. All right, other questions we have here. I don't know what that question means. Alec Greer is asking, what do you want and not want to... Oh, funny enough. What do you want and not want to see in the Lion King live-action remake? I know what Sarah wants to see. She wants to see Timon voiced by Nathan Lane.
Yeah, I want Nathan Lane to reprise his role. I know I'm like in the unpopular opinion when it comes to bringing back Timon and Pumbaa. I think a lot of people would be like, yeah, just leave them out of this one. But I'm like, I like them though.
Would you boycott the movie if they didn't have them?
No.
I would.
Yeah. I love Nathan Lane.
Things like, if it doesn't open up with the Circle of Life, I'm leaving the theater.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
If what?
If it doesn't open up with the Circle of Life.
The Circle of Life.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I think everyone would just be like, I'm done.
Fuck those.
Bye. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good point too. I think I would. You know what's weird is when I envision how they would do the like finale scene with all the fire and lightning. For some reason, all I can see is the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wait. I've already seen this. Now, isn't it the same director that's going to be doing?
Yeah, it is.
Now you know what makes that interesting, right?
What?
That means that the Jungle Book sequel that's already been confirmed is getting pushed back like another 3 years.
Yeah.
Their kid actor is not going to be a kid by the time they get to that sequel.
Right.
Whoops.
So are they just going to make like a teenage Mowgli movie?
I don't know.
Going through the teen years, Dad.
Oh,
I hope so.
I think another thing that I would like to see in the new Lion King would be
How they made Simba.
no.
Oh.
In the Broadway show, there's actually a whole additional scene with Timon and Pumbaa and Simba that kind of ties things together as far as Simba's like trauma from his childhood and what happened to his father and all that stuff. But I don't really want to go into too much detail because I don't know how many people have seen the Broadway show, even though it's been going for like 15 years now. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of would like to see something like that if they do put Timon and Pumbaa in there, which I don't imagine why they wouldn't. But yeah.
By the way, what are the chances? I just realized on the last podcast show that we did, we were talking about when we went to the Lion King Broadway show.
Sorry,
And
say
now
that
there
again?
is-
What?
No, I'm just saying that we went to the Lion King Broadway musical, and we talked about it last time.
Oh yeah. Well, on my live stream, my art live stream.
Oh, that was your live stream. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Sarah does live streams, by the way.
Yeah, I made all my Patreon live streams public starting last month, so there will be one later this month. I will
All right.
give further information.
All right.
Later.
Enough. Stop.
Shut up.
I'm just kidding. So, since we're talking movies, Alec Greer asks, thoughts on the Dead Men Tell No Tales teaser?
Woo!
I haven't seen the teaser yet.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Like
you
I
call
wrote it down as a
yourself-
topic for my next podcast, but I haven't watched the teaser yet.
Oh, really? Sarah and I did.
Yep.
We saw it.
Yep. I'm pumped. I'm always
so
up
am
for
I.
pirates.
I honestly, like, there's people who are like, oh, there's a fifth movie. What the? But I'm like, oh, we need like 5 more. Like, I love what they do with these movies. I gotta admit, it's like, you talk about guilty pleasure. I get guilty pleasure seeing the violence from a Disney movie. I'm like, oh, someone died. But yeah, so I'll be curious to hear what you have to say, Paleo. But on our end, I think we both are excited.
Yeah.
I saw a funny post though where somebody basically said the teaser trailer has a direct contradiction to the movie title of Dead Men Telling No Tales, or just like with dead men talking or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
that's funny. One more movie question from Alec. He asks, favorite Adam Sandler movie?
I guess Hotel Transylvania would be the only one
Oh,
that I kind of like.
That's a good one.
Oh, don't you feel like that's cheating?
No,
Okay,
it's one of his movies.
I guess I might say the same.
I don't
thing.
like
The first or
Adam
the second?
Sandler normally, but
Normally.
yeah, I don't like it.
All right, let's see here. Blah 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 blah. Spooky Fro, or Shy Fro as we know him, asks, "What do you think about the whole clown issue going on?"
What?
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know. I saw one thing on Facebook, and if this is what you're talking about, I'll just go with it, whether it is or isn't. I saw a video somewhere, and it could have been as fake as anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a video. How people do the prank videos, like you're in like a car parking lot structure,
Mm-hmm.
and there's someone who's filming as this person comes walking up to their car, and all of a sudden this person pops out and they're wearing like a mask or have something scary, or there's a dead body or something, and the person's all by themselves and they're freaking out, and they're scream and run away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the video I saw, there were 3 clowns that were carrying like axes, and they were walking towards this group of people, and they're like, hey, they're gonna run away. And the group jumped the clowns. They freaked out and jumped the clowns and started like literally beating them up.
Yeah.
And I sat back, and because they freaked out and they saw people with weapons, and they realized the best way for us to handle this is if we all attack them at once. Because then we can take away because all they probably saw were weapons. They probably were like, clown's scary. They're like, there's people with axes following us. And the thing is that I've always looked at these prank videos going, someday someone's going to get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? If everyone survived that beating, let that be a lesson to everyone else. You can scare people, but prepare for literally the worst of outcomes. I'm surprised someone hasn't been shot yet, because like people get freaked out by that stuff.
Yeah.
And if they feel threatened, they will defend themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
Yeah.
they're funny videos, but don't do it. I'm waiting for someone to die.
Yeah. So yeah, I looked up like about the clown thing because apparently there's a clown epidemic, which is like the weirdest, almost one of the weirdest headlines this year.
God, almost as weird as Donald Trump running for president.
I know. Like it says an epidemic of clown sightings is spreading across America and no one is laughing anymore. What the fuck?
I'm glad.
In Greenville, South Carolina, and Flomaton, Alabama. So mainly in the southeast. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But yeah, no, like this is clown hoaxes force police nationwide to check pranks for real threats. It's true though, because they don't know if someone's just playing a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really a big problem. People, like, I get it. I get the whole, oh, it's funny, we scared somebody. But honestly, it's dangerous. You're putting yourself out as a threat. There's a reason that people are running and screaming. And you will get you will get a person who is armed to protect themselves. And it's like, you don't know. And that's exactly, I think, what happened here. And like I said, this video could have been fake. It could have been set up and they got beat up, and now we have 86 million views on Facebook. But if it wasn't fake, it's exactly what I've been waiting to see happen. And the thing was, it was 2 groups. It wasn't just 1 clown and 5 people, or 1 person and 5 clowns. It was 3 clowns and like 8 guys, and they were just ready for beating them down. Be careful. Kira asks, what name do you know me best by? Pegasus or Kiwi or Kira Questy? I'd have to say Kira.
Yeah, Kira.
Who?
No, Red Card asks, what were your thoughts on the reference to Titanic with Rarity dressed as Rose?
Oh yeah.
At first I thought
That's what she was.
I thought she was My Fair Lady for a bit.
Oh my god. I didn't even pick up on that. And here I am talking about Titanic. I didn't realize that. I didn't make that connection. Oh. Kira also asks, how do you think the season is going to end, and what do you think is going to happen in season 7? What was my guess? I had a guess for this. I think that changeling guy is gonna have to fight Chrysalis,
I don't think he's coming back. I don't know.
and he's gonna die, and then he won't come back.
I
after
already
that.
read the synopsises for the last couple of episodes for the season, so I'm just gonna opt out of this one because I already kind of have a feeling of what's gonna happen.
Season 7, I think it's very clear that Applejack and Rainbow Dash are gonna have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then Sunset Shimmer's gonna come back to Equestria.
No, she's just gonna come.
Her and Twilight are
And
gonna
Starlight Glimmer's gonna move away. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
Yay. Do you have any predictions, Paleo?
Do you think the baby will grow up? A little bit.
The baby will grow up? Oh my
A little
God.
bit.
No.
The baby will blow up everything and we have to restart.
God damn it. The baby is the second coming of Christ.
No, I'm like, maybe she'll be almost like Cutie Mark Crusader looking, and like she'll start to talk. I don't know. Maybe. I kind of want her to not look like a big glob.
So I have a question here that's aimed towards me. But Frankenjory is asking picks for the Cup and Xfinity titles. He says, my picks are Martin Truex Jr. and Elliott Sadler. So this is for NASCAR. Xfinity title? I am polling really hard for Ryan Reed. Well, granted, in the group of drivers he's in, he could be seen as an underdog. However, depending on how things go this weekend, the favorite to win the championship might be out. I think he's pretty even with everyone else. I'm going with Ryan Reed. Might be a long shot, but that's who I want to see win the Xfinity title. Plus, I know him. Picks for Cup, I'm sticking with Kurt Busch. They've been quiet the past 3 races, but they made it into the next round. I think they're going to set themselves up well for Talladega, and I think they're just quietly working their way towards the front. So Kurt Busch and Ryan Reed are my picks for the titles. Now, here's a question for you guys. Mm-hmm. Cadet Redshirt asks, and I think this will be the question that we're going to end the podcast on,
okay,
is how do you guys feel about shipping in shows?
Well, in general, I don't have a problem with shipping. I like shipping. Myself.
Yeah.
I am a shipper. Just don't be a jerk about it. If there's somebody who has a differing opinion on a ship, that's okay.
Twilight and Sunset forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Twilight. For some reason, I thought Luna, and I'm like, where'd you get that one? Now I'm asking myself, where'd you get that one from? Shipping in shows. It's interesting. Does it count as shipping if the show does it?
I guess so. There's one true pairing.
True. OTP. Well, obviously, I'm a massive... I ship. I do. I shipped back in the days of Chip and No Rescue Rangers. Obviously, Chip and Gadget were meant to be together. And, right, Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Wow. Cool. Oh, by the way, I just saw this. Sorry, I got sidetracked. GD Nickel 92 said, "Funny that you should say that, Race. I'm seeing Ryan Reed tomorrow. When you do, or if you do see him, like if you get to talk to him, tell him Low Budget TV says hi, and he'll probably act. Of course, he'll just be acting, but he'll probably act like he has no idea what you're talking about. But he might, and then you'll be like, wow, I'm in. I'm in the end. Ryan used to race out here at tracks like Irwindale and the Bull Ring in Vegas and tracks that we used to cover. So yeah. And CH says Chip and Gadget forever. Heck yeah. But yeah, shipping, I'm a big shipper. But the thing is, you have to ship the right people. Like I started watching Korra back in the day. Granted, I don't know squat about how that show goes, but I saw like the first 4 episodes. Or no, I saw the first season. And I shipped Korra with the goofy guy, and the goofy guy didn't appear to be getting the girl, and I said, damn.
He hasn't watched all of Korra yet, So
Well, obviously it ends.
refrain from.
She obviously gets with the like well-combed hair guy, and then they get married and they have a kid, and it's Aang, and they're like, oh my god, the circle's complete. And but then Aang's like, oh, I never did get with that one chick.
With the hair loopies.
Hair loopies. What was he gonna do with those hair loopies? We'll never know. Folks, is that it? Prelude, did you get an answer?
What, answer to the shipping question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just said Twilight and Sunset Forever.
Oh, that is your OTP?
Yes.
Nice.
Nice. I can't wait for this Bronies track to come out, because then it'll be done. But yeah, folks, we'll see you all in 2 weeks. That's the end of the Semi-Perfect podcast here. We're in October now.
Woohoo!
We've made it.
Scary skeletons and shivers down my spine. Doop, doop. Okay.
All right.
Silly lyric,
Good
I
night,
know.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Damn ponies.